listen to Green Day, Boulevard of Broken Dreams.
That is a good song right there.
Yeah, for people who have to live with negativity all the time, from George.
I don't spew negativity, Matthew.
You're constantly spewing it. It is seeping out of you at the moment,
Well,
out
I
of all your
mean,
crevices.
well, you are on PC. Are you learning? Are you actually learning how to play PC? I mean, not PC. Mouse and keyboard.
Yeah.
Or
I
you're
mean, I'm
just
not learning, like, I'm not going to school or anything or taking lessons. But yeah, I
well,
play with mouse and keyboard.
have you gotten good yet?
Uh, I have my good moments.
Would
Not
you say
ready
it's easier
like I
than
do.
controller?
Um, no, but it's not that bad. It's just having to learn like key bindings and trying to like it's like, okay, what does this button do? Like, oh no, I came to this like situation where I don't know how to do a certain thing. So like when I play Destiny, it's like I'm not sure what key bindings do what because the way that they have it, it's just weird because you have a key binding for it just seems like fucking everything.
Jeez. Yeah, I mean, so yeah, that's why PC players do have an advantage because dude, you could just program about anything on your keyboard.
I mean, put anything on a keyboard or mouse, and like it's just remembering to do it. And I don't know why I got into this bad habit of the way that I hold my mouse, but I hold the mouse like too far back
Yeah.
instead of like pretty much like curling it in my hand. So I have trouble getting to the front side button.
Oh, okay. I know what you're talking about. So your hand's like too far back on the mouse.
Yeah, it's too far back on the mouse.
Yeah, I had
And
to break that habit too.
I have no problem with like grabbing the first button or the back button on the mouse on the side. And so like I just have issues because I'm always having to like scoot the mouse fully in my palm to get that back button.
Right. Yeah, I mean, it's
And
gonna
then
take a little bit of time.
finding plus, like I love my keyboard. It's great, but I've found a lot of difficulty in it because of it being a compact keyboard.
Hmm.
So like instead of having, like the 10 key on the side and like like the arrow buttons and stuff, all those additional buttons,
Right.
like I have to hit like FN for everything. So I have to hold down the function button to get those additionals. So I don't have like my top set buttons. I don't have my F1 through F12 buttons. I have to hit, function
The
and then they
one.
light up for me.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, because I wanted like a keyboard like yours for the longest time, but man, I'm like, you know what? I kind of need the 10 key on the right. So I went and got
Like
a
for other
razor.
games that aren't like really like complex in their key bindings, like, you play fucking Faz, like I don't need anything special for Faz. The movement buttons, Q, E, F, G, I mean, like things like that, spacebar, shift. It's just really basic. But like when I'm playing stuff like Destiny, I'm having to like consistently hit like to like pull up my character menu, I gotta hit like F1. And so for me to do that, I have to hold down the function button and hit one.
Really? Dude, that sucks, man.
Yeah, so I mean if I want to bring up my menu, I have to take my other hand off of my mouse and then hold down the function and hit one instead of hitting, just F1.
Yeah, no, no. It's time for you to get a new keyboard. This is what
Yeah,
that
like I
sounds
said,
like.
love my keyboard. It looks amazing. It looks beautiful. The colors I have all set up for it are amazing. But I'm really looking into getting like a full size keyboard.
Definitely. And I mean, we get a pretty
Now
good,
I don't really need a 10 key. Like the 10 key is not gonna do anything for me really.
right.
But just having like all my F1 through 12, have my arrow buttons for like certain things. Like for me to do emotes, I gotta like hold the function button and hit like, or no, I use numbers up at the top to use it for the most part.
Yeah, I mean,
The arrow buttons for like emotes and stuff like that. And there's just a longer process for me to do certain things in things like Destiny or other games. More.
yeah, or I mean, you could program your menu, your map, is what you're saying. You could just do it to tab or M, or I mean, you don't have
Well,
to press like function
like
then one.
tab does bring up the menu and like the directory, but like to bring up my character menu, which is the second menu, I have to do like FN1. I'm sure I
Jeez,
could probably keybind it to something else, but like I said,
yeah,
like a lot of
that's
people use like those F1 through F12s for certain things.
right.
Because I think whenever I played World of Warcraft, they use those F1 through F12 type buttons for like moves.
Nice. So, Matt, I don't know if you knew, but we've been recording for 6 minutes. And
Of course, I never knew. You always just tell me mid sentence, like, "Hey, just so you know, we've been doing the podcast."
I think it's pretty cool
Some kind of weird
whenever.
ass segue before we even do the podcast that we were initially gonna do. No, George, I did not know because I don't get a warning. I don't get a little red light that says on air.
No, dude, I just started. It's like, okay. It's like, we're talking.
We're
Click.
talking, throw random shit in the very beginning. Let's talk about how Fishy has issues with his fucking keyboard and playing games like Destiny.
Hey, it's someone else might have the same problem, and they're like, let me go ask this fishy guy.
Yeah, because they're probably normal people and have like a regular sized keyboard.
Tis true. Tis true. So I guess since we're recording, people should already know who we are. That's Matt, and I'm George. And I guess the first thing we're going to talk about, since we're already talking about Destiny, is first-person shooters. Um, of course, you love Destiny. Like
Dude,
you're a little too obsessed with it, man. I'm just gonna.
I'm not that obsessed. I can tell you, I took a long break from it because I was bored. Lack of content. I say lack of content, but it was just, I don't know. It seemed like the seasons had no content to it, or the content was so short that it didn't hold my interest the rest of the time, the rest of the season or seasons, because I've skipped a few because I took a long hiatus from it.
So when did you? When did they start get? When did they? Sorry, I can't speak. When did they start getting boring to you? Like,
Towards the end of Beyond Light, so their new season was like Beyond Light, and it was getting kind of boring towards the end for me personally. Like I had done the new raid plenty of times, and then uh, like then they brought out different things like Battlegrounds and a couple other things. And I mean, right now it's still technically Beyond Light at the moment, but I mean, here in the next couple days, they have the new dungeon releasing for 30th anniversary, and they're bringing back the the old rocket launcher that everyone wanted from D1, the Galahorn. So, uh, like I said, it was like the last few seasons of Beyond Light, which I'm kind of in the middle of right now because the new season or the new seasons don't even release until towards the end of February, which is going to be the Witch Queen.
okay, so whenever a season comes and goes, so let's say all those legendary drops and the raids, do you lose those
Mm.
forever?
No, you don't lose it. I mean, you keep the stuff that
Oh
you
no, I
get.
mean you keep them, but for you to do those raids, is it gone forever, or do those raids still?
Like they kept most of the raids now. Like a few, I don't know if it was a few months or it's been like a year now that they removed a bunch of the old raids and old content. So like some of the D2 like content that they had at the beginning, like they had like the first raid, which was Leviathan. They had a couple other ones from the Leviathan series, like Spire and Eater of Worlds. Those are all gone because they got rid of the planet and they I don't know the way that they did the story, like a lot of planets got destroyed or like got sucked into the darkness, and so they're no longer existing, and that's how they got rid of a lot of the stuff. So a lot of the raids from the beginning of D2 are gone, and then a bunch of the planets and some of the content is gone due to
So
that.
so I guess if you didn't get the content before those planets were lost, that's it. You're probably not going to be able to do those again.
No, you shouldn't be able to do them yet. I'm pretty sure that even if you bought like some of the stuff, they don't have them anymore. Like they're not. I guess they're not on the server anymore. Would be my guess. I'm not sure as if like someone bought the game today if they would be able. I don't think they would be able to play those raids.
Okay. Well, have you missed any like legendary drops?
I'm sure I've lost like legendary drops as far as raid stuff. No, I haven't missed anything really.
Well, aren't you just a badass?
No, I do raid a lot whenever I get a chance and when we have enough people online. That's usually the struggle right now is because it's towards the end of the season, everyone's done everything, and so a lot of people don't show up for like raids.
Okay. So whenever you do a raid, I guess for the people that aren't listening, so let's say they wanted to join you. How would they join you?
They would just join our party in like orbit or wherever you like collect them, whether it be like the tower or orbit or in the raid itself. Usually, like we have a Discord, and so we'll just be like, hey, sign up for this raid, and we'll have 6 people sign up, and then we all meet at whatever time that the raid's scheduled to be, and then we go from there. We do the raid, we get it done.
Nice. So I guess they could join your Discord if you're gonna announce it.
Yeah, pretty much. So we, like I said, we have a like a Destiny, like a clan, quote unquote clan Discord, and that's
Okay.
where like we you schedule events and stuff like that.
Nice. But okay. So if whoever's listening, they want to play with Matthew on Destiny, I'll have a link somewhere in the description later if Matt gives me that link.
I don't know what link you want, but sure.
Oh, his Discord. Okay, if you want to join it, just join his Discord. It's a fishy penguin, right?
Yeah.
No, Igloo of Wonders. That's his name.
Yes, Igloo of Wonders, sir.
So I will get that link
Yeah.
pasted. So,
Or just reach out to me, on my socials, and I'll provide it with you.
oh yeah, that worked too. But this week, the new Warzone is gonna drop. The new Warzone map. I looked at the map. It looks pretty cool. My problem is hackers. I don't know because you don't play this much.
I don't
But
play it more at all, just because
yeah,
of that fact that it's just toxic and too much hack. I don't know if you say hackers, but cheaters.
yeah, and that's my other big problem. Is like, oh, we're gonna release this map. I don't know. That's stupid. Instead of just putting the anti cheat whenever they were already done with it, they're like, oh, we're gonna release it with the map. It's like, come on, dude.
I mean, do a lot of people still even play Warzone? I guess people that just can't get away from it. Because
Yeah,
I
I
mean, did
mean,
Vanguard come out?
yeah, Vanguard came out, but I don't know. I mean, I haven't really been playing Call of Duty, so I really can't tell you. But
Yeah,
I feel like it's going down, and I think
I
a lot of people stopped playing because of the hackers, the cheaters.
yeah, I haven't purchased a Call of Duty title in I don't know how long. Like Black Ops 2, maybe Black Ops 3.
Yeah,
I haven't
that's a
really played any besides, of course, when Warzone came out for free, played it for a bit with you and a couple other people, and that was like the only time I played it. Like you wouldn't catch me on there by myself.
right. Yeah, I mean, that's definitely a you should play with your team type of game.
Yeah. Plus, I mean, like now there's a bunch of games that are released. So I mean, you got, like I said, Call of Duty Vanguard. Not sure how well that's going. Uh, I mean, if you have opinions on it, drop them in the comment because I have not looked into any of it. Like, I know nothing about Vanguard. Of course, you got Battlefield 2042. That one's fun. And then, of course, you got Halo Infinite. So, which I've yet to play yet.
You haven't played it yet? Oh,
You
dude.
know, and I mean, I downloaded it that night, but I haven't like played it.
So Halo Infinite is good. It's smooth. I love the gameplay. I think we've already talked about this. But the only problem I have with them is lack of content. Like you can't go and select a game mode and it's like, oh, I just want to play Slayer or capture the flag. It's like, no, you have to press quick play and hope you get those.
Oh, really? Now is that because of it being free for like Game Pass? That's like their beta version, or is that the only thing that they offer? Or do you have to like buy the game to get all the other additional?
No, as of right
Uh,
now, man, that's all they offer. Now, whenever they release a campaign, which I think is coming out the 8th, once they do that, maybe they'll add more content. I haven't really looked into that release. But as of right now, no, dude. What you get with the game is pretty much the full game until the campaign comes out. So yeah, it's still a lot of fun to play. It's just, oh man, they're just lacking in content, which is fine because it's free. It's like if I had to pay $60 and I got a game that wasn't finished, I'd be more pissed off, and I'd probably not like the game. But you know, it's whatever. But yeah,
depends, I guess.
yeah. So I mean, Halo Infinite is fun. I like it. Just more content. Then Battlefield 2042, man, I've just heard a lot of people shitting on that game. Which I mean, I could understand because I was reading some of the reasons why, but I still had a blast. Of course, I'm not like a true Battlefield fan though.
See, I like Battlefield a lot. I mean, I like it more than Call of Duty. I loved Call of Duty like campaigns and then zombies back in the day, but Battlefield, as far as multiplayer, I love it.
Yeah, I mean, I think what I like about it is more the realistic feel. Like you have to lead the bullet if you're sniping to hit the guy.
Yeah,
And
that
the
and just big ass fucking maps. I mean, you got these big ass maps. You don't have it's not as fast paced as Call of Duty,
right,
so you don't see unrealistic fighting tactics in a sense. It's like okay, it's a lot more gunplay in Battlefield, where in Call of Duty it was more like okay, well I'm gonna hide in this little spot and take out people as they run by,
right.
or I'm gonna run, jump, duck, go prone on the fucking ground and like shoot people's kneecaps out and run around with like,
A
ballistic
freaking
shield
knife, dude.
and yeah, ballistic shields and throwing knives and just like and napalm or something. Just like it just wasn't I don't know. It's least realistic and it's I don't know, it's just not fun that way.
Yeah, that's one way to get me pissed off super quick if I see you running with a fucking shield and stuns and throwing knives and a knife.
Then I don't worry about shotguns as much. No, I do worry I have to worry about a bunch of snipers, but I mean campers with snipers aren't like that bad just
Right.
because I mean it's a huge map. Like if they want to sit there for a good solid, hour trying to snipe me, I mean, more power to them. That seems kind of boring. I guess if you want to just sit there and uh
No,
barely
just
bring up your AD by just, getting, 2 kills a game and, no deaths, and I guess that's the way to go.
yeah. Yeah. So the other thing with Battlefield, now that we're talking about it, is dude, it pisses me off whenever I'm trying to like join you and you die and like none of our other team is there with us, of course.
Yeah, it cancels your redeployment.
It cancels my redeployment. I have to start all the way from like another point. I'm like, oh well, shit. It's gonna take an hour for me to get to that point again.
I don't hate that too much.
I
The only
hate it.
reason I hate it is because, like, in other games, you're having to worry about fucking, like, I just spawned and I just got, like, ran over just when I spawned in. Like, this has, like, you have more full control of kind of where you're going to spawn. So there's no complaint on, like, Well, I just spawned and died. Well, of course, if I've spawned on somebody that's in combat, then, I probably am gonna die somehow, or I can't get mad about that because I could pick, the furthest point from action and spawn in and not worry about dying instantly.
All right. Yeah. Yeah. That's something that pisses me off in Call of Duty, especially. Like, oh, I respawn, bam, headshot. I'm like, fuck, dude. Like, forget this game. It's just like any other first person shooter. I mean, you spawn, you die. I mean, Halo isn't that bad with it, but there have been a couple times where I'll come back and someone has a sniper and they just headshot me. I'm like, oh, dude.
Now, the only annoyance I can think of in Battlefield is the whole fact that, uh, like, in the beginning, if you don't get a vehicle, like, you're on a journey. You are going to be on a fucking journey for a good solid 10, 20 minutes because you're running from point A to whatever point that
Yeah.
whole entire time. Like, that is a pain in the ass. I love the big maps, but having to run from one location to another is tedious. And then, like, if I end up, taking 10 minutes to run to this other location and I die and I have to go back to that location because it's the only point that I can get to and having to rerun that all over again, that gets annoying. But for the most part, it's not too bad.
Yeah, that's very annoying. That's what I was saying whenever I was trying to spawn on you and then you
Hmm.
died. I was like, oh, fuck, dude. I have to like sprint my ass over there. It's a running simulator for that part. So yeah, that's sucks. The other thing is, dude, flying the damn helicopters, anything in that game is so hard.
No, I don't even attempt to do it. I will sit in shotgun or in the passenger seat or something.
Like I
Like, I
can't.
do not fly anything. Anything that requires flight in there, like,
You don't even
one,
touch.
I'm a noob at keyboard and mouse. I am not. I am not for that. I can't do it. Like, I probably could do it on like a controller,
Right.
but not on keyboard and mouse. I can't imagine what I would have to hit to make that thing go. I mean, it took me a while to figure out how to drive a truck.
Yeah, I mean, I will say, dude, I play keyboard and mouse, dude, and I can't even fly those. Like, not, I'll just sit here and wait until someone knows how to fly it. Like, dude, I can't tell you how many people I've killed because I cannot fly. So I'll like be on the transport and I'll fly to the destination I want to go to, and then I just jump out. I don't even try to land it. Then like all six of those people that were in that transport all die. So yeah, I've killed quite a bit of people, my own teammates.
Mm-mm-mm.
Yeah,
You're a team
bummer.
killer.
I try not to. I mean, they were like, "Oh, this guy knows how to fly." Then, bam, I crash.
Oh yeah, and then you get those ones that fly you into like the no zone.
Oh, dude. Oh, don't even get me started on those guys. It actually happened the other day when we were playing. Remember? I might have
Oh
been me
yeah.
on that.
No, there was that one where I was in the passenger seat of that big old like cargo plane or whatever it was, and this dude parked it like on the stadium, but he was just sitting there. I don't know what he was doing, but he was sitting there for a while, and then finally moved, and I got like 2 kills, and then he went back and did nothing. I sat there in that plane doing nothing for a good solid 20, 30 minutes and
Just
got
because,
only like 2 or 3 kills from it.
damn. But yeah, I think that should wrap our first person shooters. Next one. Terrible segue, I know. I'm just like kind of cutting. But I know Matt's been wanting to talk about this. So, One
Always I'm
Piece.
all about this.
All right,
One Piece.
so we're gonna talk about anime right now, Matt. But I want to know because now that One Piece is having a Netflix live action series, I want to know in your mind, your thought, which animes would make a great live action movie?
None of them.
None of them. Not even a
No,
Sword Art. Dude, I think Sword Art Online should get a live action.
I just don't know how they would. I don't know how they would do it. Like, they would just have to have a budget. And I don't know, you just can't do some of the things that you do in anime that you can in live action stuff. Like, I hope that One Piece is, decent, but I'm not, I'm not
Yeah.
thinking it's gonna do very well because I just can't see them. Like, I cannot imagine live action Luffy stretching all over the place. It's gonna look somewhat corny in a sense.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Like, I just cannot imagine it. And then, like, some of the other characters, I just can't imagine them. Like, how are they gonna
I
put Chopper in there? Are they gonna put Brook in there? Uh, like, I just can't see them doing some of the stuff that is in the animes. Like,
oh,
anime just has this, like, free fluid ability to make anything and everything possible, and the stories are beautiful for most of them. So I just can't see that they could capture an audience in a live action. Did you ever finish, Cowboy Bebop?
no, I didn't. I watched the third episode, I think.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm trying to finish it, but I'm also trying to like watch other stuff, like other animes that you keep recommending me.
There's, like, 10 episodes of Cowboy Bebop.
I know, and I'm only on 3 and I haven't finished it yet. So,
Yeah.
shame on me,
Well,
man.
there's a lot of hoop and holler about the final episode,
Oh yeah.
and I can kinda see it.
So we're gonna say it right here. Spoilers.
Are they spoilers? You haven't even watched it.
Uh, Spoilers. Okay, Matt.
Okay.
Because
So I won't tell you anything, but the way that they ended it is, I mean, I can see them doing a season 2, but the way that they brought in a certain character, like, everyone was talking mad crap about it. Like, I was reading, like, news articles about them talking about it.
a news character. So were they like? I don't know. Were they like? So this new character that got introduced. What are they nitpicking at?
They're nitpicking the fact that they're too much like the anime.
They're too much like the anime, which is
Apparently a
good.
bad thing, which, I mean, 1, I didn't think that they were gonna bring this character in. Like, they had talked about it, but I didn't think that they were. And, like, the character looks the part in a sense because they have the same clothing, the same hairstyle, the same everything. But the complaint that people are having about it is that because of it being so much like the anime, that they didn't put that much detail into any of the other characters. And they changed up the story so much in the live action. So it's kind of like a uh, this way and that way about it because, like I said, you change up the whole entire story. You change up, a lot of like the characters, the way that they look, some of them the way that they act, uh, difference. They added so much and took out so much that why did they make this one character exactly like the
The
anime?
anime.
So I think that's like where the pull is. Plus, like I said, I don't see where they're gonna go with this character. I don't see how they can make him
Work.
part of
Yeah.
the. Yeah, it's just like it's so stupid. Like if they mention him in like one of the episodes, but then you actually see him and you're just like, what?
You're like, why? So in a way, you're kind of upset. Like you didn't hate it, but you're like a little upset, and you could understand why they're pissed
I'm
off
not
about
really
it.
upset about it. Like I wasn't like looking for Cowboy Bebop to be anything more than, another live action that, doesn't follow the story or like kind of hints at the story. It was more of like, I don't know. I was not impressed by it.
Right.
Like, now was it worth the watch? Sure. I mean, it's good to watch it and kinda get your own perspective of it and see these characters again. But at the same time, like, it didn't, like, wow me in the sense, like, "Hey, this is the best, live action."
So, so I guess in your eyes, it just didn't live up to the anime, which obviously is kind of hard because the
Yeah.
anime is pretty damn good. But was it around what you were thinking? You're like, oh, okay, this um, series might not be like the anime, which is good, but
Yeah, I mean, like, I would've been fine if they would've ended it and they weren't doing a season 2, but, like, bringing in, like I said, that character at the end, like, for, like, a cameo, like, just makes no sense. Like,
yeah.
they could've ended it, and I would've been totally fine with it, and I would've been like, "Hey, it was a decent watch."
But then you'd never watch it again.
Oh, no.
Hmm.
I mean, it's not
Mm.
like an anime, I'm not gonna sit there and go watch it back again. Like, other animes, yeah, I'm gonna go watch it, I'm gonna watch it in dub, I'm gonna watch it in sub, I'm gonna, if it's good, I wanna rewatch it again before the, next season comes out just to recap everything again, depending on, the anime and how long it is.
Yeah, like whenever I was watching Attack on Titan, I had to go back and rewatch that first season because I didn't know. It's been like what 4 years since I watched it. I'm like, damn, I don't remember much about it. So yeah, stuff like that. But I mean, Naruto, I wouldn't rewatch again. It's like, how am I going to start all the way from his childhood?
Mhm. Yeah, I
You
thought
know,
about rewatching that, and I wanna rewatch, like, Bleach before they do the new arc.
man, I can't tell you how excited I am about that. I love Bleach. I liked it.
Did you ever watch, Burn the Witch?
Um, if I'm hesitating, probably not.
I didn't know if that was hesitation or you were thinking about it. Do you know what Burn the Witch is?
Literally just Googled it.
You just Googled it. Okay, so Burn the Witch is pretty much it's made by the same people that make Bleach, and it's kind of like an alternate story, I guess, in a sense. Like it's happening at the same time that Bleach is happening, but Bleach happens in Tokyo, or it happens in Japan.
Okay.
Where Burn the Witch is across the pond. It's over in like England.
Oh,
And so instead of dealing with like soul reapers and hollows, they're dealing with like dragons. And
okay.
so that's what is going on in this deal is you have witches and dragons. And what they have is they have regular England and then they have like like a opposite world England. Like think of it like, multiverse type thing. Like you're in regular England and then you can easily, walk through a door and bam, uh, you're in this alternate England. And so in the regular England, you don't ever really see anything
Yeah.
that's going on. Like all these like different disasters are happening, and most of them are the causes of dragons, but they can't see it. Just like in, Japan, these hollows are, running around doing stuff, but people can't see them. But you
Right.
can, all the people that are, from this alternate England see the dragons and know about dragons and live with dragons. And
S-
so they have like these witches that are practically the soul reapers
Of
of
that world.
England. Yeah.
So, would you say it's as good as Bleach?
Oh no, no. But I mean, it's a nice little like go off and watch it type thing, and there's not that many episodes. I believe it's like 3 episodes long.
No way.
But apparently, like, there's a manga, and the manga's, longer. So I'm guessing that it's kinda like a teaser type thing, like, they wanna throw it out there, like, let people nibble on it, see if they like it, and, if it gets big and hyped. You go read the manga, and then if the manga pops off, then they'll probably animate more. But it's
Yeah,
not a
that.
bad watch.
Oh yeah, dude, it's only 3 episodes. Holy crap.
Yeah, it's a pretty
Okay.
good little story. I like it. I mean, if you can watch 3 episodes of Cowboy Bebop, I'm sure you can finish at least one anime.
Yeah, be my first anime to finish in a while.
Yeah, I mean,
Uh,
besides OVAs, I mean, it seems like 3 episodes is pretty much your limit.
yeah, I mean,
And start
Steve,
suggesting smaller animes like that. Just give you OVAs.
do it. Yeah, man, because you're like sending me all these long ones that are like
Yeah,
60
I know.
episodes long. I'm like, oh, dude.
Dude, I'll send you all these like hype ones that people talk about. That, or
But
maybe you
damn.
just need to get on like one of the new seasonal animes where it's like a weekly drip. So like you're not sitting there having to binge any of it. You just like watch it every week when it comes out. So then you're just getting one episode.
Oh, man, I don't know if I could handle that either.
You couldn't handle little tidbits on one episode a week.
No, because
You can't find it in your busy schedule to spend 20 minutes on one episode.
here's I'm gonna sound like Tyler, but here's my thing. So the reason why I don't want to watch one episode, sorry, reason why I don't want to watch one episode, because they always put like a freaking cliffhanger at the end, and I'm like, I gotta watch it. Look, but I have to
Well,
wait a
that's the
week.
point. It'll make you watch it. Then that means that you will be looking out for it the next week.
I just don't know, Matt.
If you're not left with a cliffhanger, you're gonna end up like Cowboy Bebop and only watch 3 episodes of a 10 episode show. Like, I'm not giving you One Piece. You don't have to go watch 1,002 episodes.
No,
And that's yes, that is where they're at right now, 1,002.
man, dude, I'm very impressed with that anime.
Hey, it's supposed to be going on for like another 4 or 5 years.
Yeah, that's what impresses me is that they have this many seasons and it's still this popular.
So I don't know if they're ever gonna not be on like a weekly drip. Like if they were to be like, hey, you're not gonna get another season until, like next fall, I would be surprised. Because like I want to go back and watch it again, but in
Right.
English.
So you're watching in Japanese right now?
I can't find any time to sit there and watch it in English.
Hmm. Yeah, I mean, um, kudos to you for sticking it out with that.
Yeah, well, too many episodes. Too many episodes to do. Or too many animes, let's just say that. Too many animes to sit there and restart that over again at this point in time.
Yeah, but I guess we'll get back to the subject. All right, so I guess I'll just start. I think Sword Art Online would be a good live action, and here's why. You have Ready Player One. They did a pretty good job implementing a VR scene. You also have now this is very different because Alice in Borderland isn't an anime, but it did
It is.
derive from a manga. So the reason why I
Did it
think so
derive from a manga? I thought it derived from an anime.
was it anime because
There's only 3 episodes of that.
well I mean because yeah my wife was telling me that they're gonna start an anime. They're gonna start it up the anime again, which I was heavily surprised
I'm
because she doesn't.
surprised 'cause like I said, they only did 3, and they only do up. And here's a spoiler. So, because I mean, you've watched Alice in Borderlands, right?
Yeah, I've seen Alice in Borderland.
Okay, so in Alice in Borderlands, the episode where he has to play against his friends
Yeah.
in that garden,
Uh huh.
that is the last episode in the anime.
That's the last episode.
Yeah, you don't get the rest of it. It goes up to that point, and that's when the anime ends. So that
Huh.
is the 3 episodes. Is the episodes that lead up to that game, and then it's over.
Damn. So yeah, they must be going through the manga because you said a manga came out, right?
I don't know. I haven't looked into it. Like, I remember the only time I looked into it was when you were like, "Hey, bro, watch Alice in Borderland." And I was like, "Okay." I watched 1 episode, and then I found myself finishing the whole entire series that day.
You're like, damn, this is good. This is
Yeah,
good.
it was good. It was fucking good. I watched it all, and I was just, like, mind blown by it. Like, I really don't get into, like, Korean shows of any sorts. And so, like, I watched that, and then it fucking, like, led me down a dangerous path that made me wanna go watch fucking Squid Games, and then I binged that in a day.
Yeah. Yeah, I binged that one too. Yeah, so yeah, whenever I don't
And
know,
apparently,
some
there's a bunch more. A bunch more have shown up on my damn, Netflix because
well,
of watching those 2.
yeah, I mean, I'm getting a lot of them also, a bunch of foreign ones.
Yeah.
So yeah, Alice in Borderland is a manga. So
Okay. Interesting.
yeah, and that is interesting because usually they go straight to anime, right? Most mangas.
Not always, like, so there are different ones. Like, of course, you have animes, and of course, you have manga, you have webtoons, you have manhwas, uh, and then you have, anime originals. So, of course, like, your anime originals are like, they derived from an anime. Like, they are strictly an anime, there was never a manga. Like, have you ever heard of Code Geass?
No, I haven't.
It's a really popular one, and it started off as as a anime only,
Okay.
and it showed on like Adult Swim for a bit. Um, and it's a pretty good one. And then shortly after the anime ended, they made the manga for it.
Okay, is that manga still going on or
I don't believe so. I think it pretty much followed the same as the anime.
okay.
They just wrote it after the fact for people who just like anime. I mean, like manga. So, I mean, that's like an anime original. Then you got things like manhwas, which are Korean type manga. You got regular manga. You got of course animes are just the animations of manga. Webtoons are like manga, but it's online only, and they're usually like all in color.
Oh, okay, okay.
So like if you've been looking into things like webtoons or not webtoons like solo leveling, it's a manhwa. It's an anime or it's a manga that is made in Korea and it's really good. Like every single page is full of color. Is full of color and it's like $17 for each of the books or volumes. And so far there's only 3 and I've read all 3. Like I'll blow through them. Like they were so it was like reading slash watching an anime and the story is just amazing.
You think they'll make it into anime?
I think they made news that they're gonna make it into an anime, and I believe that Mappa's gonna do it. And Mappa makes a bunch of animes, big name ones. So Mappa did, of course. They plan on. I think they're planning on doing that. They have done Jujutsu Kaisen. They did the finale season for our part one of Attack on Titan.
Okay, okay. Yeah.
Um, They have a couple other projects that are lined up right now. Like they're doing like Chainsaw Man supposed to be coming out soon. That's a pretty
Chainsaw
good
Man.
yeah, it's a pretty good manga. Yeah, it's a big manga. You can read it on like Shonen Jump. So I mean like if you're just getting into to manga, like go to like the Shonen Jump app. It's $1.99 and you can read as much uh manga as you'd like.
Nice.
And it keeps up with what chapter you're on and what ones you're reading. So you can just like pretty much hit continue and then you just, start from the page that you left off on. Like I read all of Demon Slayer on there. I read all of Chainsaw Man. Reading a couple more on there at the moment. Um Mappa also made there's a new anime that's on a weekly drip on Crunchyroll called Talk Destiny Ops or Talk Ops. I have to look and see again. But it's pretty cool. It's kind of like a musical or a music anime.
Okay.
Yeah, Talk Op Destiny. So Mappa and Madhouse are doing that one.
There's not very many music animes, are there? I know you're telling me a little bit about some.
There's a couple. Like there's some on Netflix. There's a really like beautiful story. Like you want to sit there and you want to cry, you want to bawl. You go watch Your Lie in April on Netflix. I think it's all in English, and it's a very fucking sad story.
Very sad, really.
Yeah, there's a couple of them on Netflix that have made me fucking bawl.
Okay, I'm looking up. So there are 23 episodes. I could do that.
Yeah. Oh, you say that, but I mean, you're only a 3 episode limit at the moment.
And this is true. I mean, if the first episode makes me cry, I'll love it.
I mean, the story's really good, but I mean, like, yeah, this music one that Mappa's doing, which is that talk, like I said, Talk Op Destiny. It's pretty interesting because, like, even in the first episode, like, he's busting out some Beethoven.
Really.
Yeah, and so just to give you a synopsis of it, uh, it's in like a not really a post-apocalyptic world, but like a world that's been destroyed partially. There are these things called D2s, and they're monsters, and they hate the sound of music. Like any really good music, think of it like what is that scary movie? Like Don't Breathe or I don't know if it's Don't Breathe or the other one, like Be Quiet or something.
Is it the one where they have to be quiet through the whole movie?
Yeah, and like noise attracts these monsters.
Yeah, yeah. So it's
They
like
just like
that.
swoop. Yeah, they swoop in, and, like just pretty much kill you.
Yeah,
Think of it
no.
like that, but like music attracts them, and so there's this world that is like stopped music. Like they don't allow you to play music or do anything with music, and like there'll be like a couple like underground places that'll play music, and it's not really popular, and so like a lot of people think that music's dead.
All right.
Well, the main character, or one of the main characters, like his dad was like a big composer, and so is in love with music. Well, they end up having these people that fight against these D2s. Oh,
Hmm.
oh, my alarm. Hey, guess what? The podcast is supposed to start in 10 minutes.
Oh hell yeah! We're already 50 minutes
Or
in.
early, yeah, I know, early in. Um, but yeah, like, so this guy loves music, and the only things that can kill these things are they have like a two-team squad, and they're called maestros.
Hmm.
You have maestros, and then you have, or not maestros, like you have maestros or slash composers, and then you have the music arts. So
Okay.
music arts are the weapons that they use, and most of them are girls. Most of the, or at least that I've seen, music arts are these girls that have like these powers and abilities to destroy these D2s, and then you have people like maestros or composers that control them pretty much.
Okay.
And so like you'll see them with like a little composer wand thing, and they kind of like you start hearing like different music and like they start doing like attacks and stuff like that, and so it's pretty interesting, really good art style and everything else, but it's just kind of crazy, this world without music, and you got people that love music and use music to combat these monsters.
And I love music, so dude, I
Well,
gotta
I mean,
write these
if
down.
you like yeah, if you like classical music, then yeah, because I mean, they were like rocking, like I think it was like either first or second episode, like they were busting out like Beethoven's Moonlight Sonata, which is like my favorite like uh
You
piano
know,
classic.
Matt, that is also my favorite.
No way, we're like
Yeah.
twinsies.
Twins, except you're older and that's it.
Ouch.
You're like a grandpa now.
Ouch. I'm hurt. You're not that far behind me.
Oh yeah, I mean, what I'm like,
Honey, you're not that far behind me.
what am I like? 5 years younger than you?
Uh, Probably. Are you 30?
I'm 31.
Okay, you're about 5 years.
Noise.
Noise.
The talked up destiny,
Yeah, Talk Top Destiny. TAKT dot OP and then Destiny.
and it's on
You
Netflix,
can find it on Crunchyroll.
Crunchyroll. Should have known they have everything, just about.
They don't have everything because then you have like Netflix originals. Like I said,
Oh
Netflix
yeah,
is rocking some of these animes. They're like getting big into it, man. They're buying up animes here left and right.
which is I don't know. What do you think about that? You like that or no?
I'm fine with it as long as they put out the anime. And like there was a big thing about like I heard a couple different podcasts and talks about it. Like they brought out an anime called Eden Zero. So Eden Zero is made by the same people that make Fairy Tale. So if you're familiar with Fairy Tale, like you'll see some of the same art style and like actual some of the same characters in there.
Yeah.
And so it's like Fairy Tale in space in a sense. But what they had done was like there's a big like talk about it because when it was coming out, it was already out in Japan. So like they were releasing it on Netflix Japan, but they wouldn't release it on Netflix US.
Yeah.
And they wouldn't even give you, like, subtitled ones.
Oh really? It's just all in Japanese.
Well, I mean, like, yeah, it's all Japanese, but like you couldn't get it. Like, so like a lot of people were sitting there like pirating it.
Okay, so they're parroting it, but it's like, oh, I don't know what they're saying.
Yeah, they're either pirating it or they'll like, watch it on YouTube on like somebody who like translates it themselves for people, like fan translate.
Oh, that's pretty smart.
But yeah, I mean, it was like a big thing. Like, why are you bringing out these like two talked about animes? Like, because they had Eden Zero and then Shaman King. And Shaman King is like an old anime back in the '90s that they are remastering,
Yeah.
and it's like a big manga on it too. And it was the same way. It was just like, oh, okay, we're not bringing out the episodes to the states yet, so people were going elsewhere to try and watch it
Yeah.
because they weren't planning on releasing it for US for like several months or the next year. But Eden Zero's on there and Shaman King's on there, and apparently I think they're coming out with more episodes for Shaman King here soon, or they might have already done it, but I haven't looked into it.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, Netflix is buying up some. Like they have a bunch of originals on there, or Netflix originals that are you can only get them on Netflix. Like there's two that I watch on there currently that are really good. There's one that's about like a dude that starts to fall in love with art,
yeah.
and so it's like drawing and painting and doing all that stuff, and it's called Blue Period, and it's okay. But there is one on there that I really like that came out this season, and I like it so much that I bought the manga for it because I can't wait
Yeah.
for the
You're,
next episode,
yeah.
and it's just I don't know how to describe it. It's like a slice of life anime. It's just cute as fuck. I mean, it is just cute. Like it really is. Like it is such a well written story, and like the art is good. There's nothing like too crazy about it. Like I don't see like a whole lot of fan service. Um, it's really wholesome. Like it makes you feel good watching it.
Okay.
And so I bought like the first three manga to read.
Is that all that's out, or is there more?
Right now, I think they only have like 8 or 9 episodes right now, and then, like I said, it's on a weekly drip. So every week, halfway through the week, they come out. So right now, yeah, they're at 7 episodes, and it's called "Comey Can't Communicate," and it was one of the ones that I suggested in like our like first or second episode of the podcast.
Yeah, I remember the name. I'm like, oh, okay. I gotta
So,
write that down.
George, do you know what type of anime you like?
According to Steve, I like the shonen type of anime. The
A
ones
shonen
that,
type anime?
yeah, like the ones where they get all Hulk is the
All
best
Hulk,
way.
like they work out or not work out, but they fight and they try and get stronger and
No, no. So
better and
I love an anime that just has. I mean, most of the anime I like do fall into that category, except for DBZ. I just couldn't get into that one. But the type of anime I like is where the main character just gets like if he's gonna do like a freaking spell or whatever, dude, I want the freaking whole side of the earth to freaking be destroyed.
oh, you want like some OP like world destroying MCs.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I want.
Okay. Well, there's plenty of those. Dragon Ball being one of them.
Yeah, but like I said, I don't know. I just couldn't get into Dragon Ball Z.
I understand. I'm the same way. Of course, you like the Mushoku Tensei, Jobless Reincarnation.
I love that one.
Have you been keeping up with it?
No, I just watched it till
Damn it,
probably.
George. What is the you like it, but you're not keeping up with it?
Well, I think I finished it. I mean, I finished it till where the English ended, and there's like 4 episodes after that. So I'm just waiting for it to build up more, so I could just
It's
continue watching
so
it.
oh, why you wanna you like, I understand. I go okay. I watch it in Japanese first.
Right.
After I've completed it, I will go back and watch it in English. That is usually the gist that I do because, 1, I can't wait. Like, if I get into it, I can't wait. Knowing that there are episodes out there that I could, watch and sub, I initially go sub first, then I go back to dub, depending on how good it is. Now, if it's good and worth a rewatch, yes, I'll watch it in English over again, and that's how I've done most of my rewatches, is because of that fact, because all the Japanese stuff comes out first,
Right.
and then I don't even know when the English stuff comes out. It seems like it takes weeks.
Yeah,
Yeah, so
man. I'm just
far
waiting for English
they're
to
at the
catch up.
second season and at 11 episodes. I think this season's done, I believe. I
Right.
hope not, but I mean, I've been reading the manga on it as well because
Okay.
it's another one that I just can't sit there and wait.
Wait for it to all come out.
Yeah, and I mean, if you like to read books, if you're like the book reading type, there's a light novel. You can read the light novel.
I do like reading some books.
Okay, well then you could read the light novel. But if you want to do the manga, you can do the manga. And the manga then has like some of them will have like a small little 3-page light novel thing, kind of explaining like either someone like a story that they mentioned in it or something else of that nature. But the manga is getting really, I mean, not manga. The anime is getting really good. Of course, the manga is getting good. Right now, I'm just trying to catch up to the anime.
All right. So yeah, I mean, those are my type of anime. Just
I could
where they
suggest a
Hulk out.
lot of ones for you.
Short ones preferably.
Yeah, I'm not gonna bombard you with like my list.
No, dude, I've seen your list.
No, I
It's
know,
good.
but then I converted it. So I did like have like a Samsung Note with all the animes that I watched.
Right.
So I actually went in and created a anime list or Emny list. There's like an app. I think we might have talked about it last time. But yeah, I think it's like ANI list, like any list.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's an app and you can sit there and you can add the animes that you've watched or you like plan on watching and then you can like they'll have it on your like your home screen, like the ones that you're currently watching at this moment, and they'll
Mhm.
say like, you've watched, you know, 9 out of 12 episodes or 9 out of 24 episodes, and then like you can hit the little plus sign to add the episode that you just watched, and it has like color coded too. So like they'll have like the words in like I think red if you've missed a lot of it, and then it goes into like orange, and then yellow is usually you're waiting or like a new episode is just released, and then green is like you're current.
Okay.
And so like you can just go through and hit the plus sign to add whatever episode, or you can actually go in there and edit it and say you know you can give it your own rating. You can give it you can tell them how many times you've rewatched it. You rewatched it once, twice, like your status. Are you currently watching it? Are you planning on watching it? Did you complete it? Did you drop it? Are you paused? Are you repeating? Like different things like that. And you can put like your start date and your finish date, and you can even type in notes if you're that detailed about it. No, I
Damn.
have not typed in any notes.
I was about to ask. I'm like, man, you
I
seem like
typed
that
it
type of person.
maybe if I get to a point where I don't got anything to do, then maybe I'll write some notes. But at the moment, no. I mean, I've barely even rated some of them. Some of them I've rated, and then others, I just haven't taken the time to put a rating yet, or it might just be too new that I don't have like a rating for it at the moment.
Dude, man, that just sounds awesome. I guess for an anime fan, you're like, oh yeah, hell yeah, I could freaking do all this.
Oh yeah. I mean, if you're not like a big anime fan, you're just getting into it. Just about everyone has a Netflix account. Go watch some anime on Netflix. If you start following in love with like anime, you know, get you a Funimation account, get you a Crunchyroll account, or a VRV, or a High Dive, or whatever else that there is out there. Like, then you can like delve into some of those. I definitely suggest that you at least watch them on Netflix. If you like those, then definitely get like a Funimation and a Crunchyroll account, because then that's like
Definitely.
your next level of watching.
Yeah, I mean, like Matt, like you said earlier, dude. Everyone knows someone with a Netflix account, so there's no excuse not to watch anime unless you have a kid.
That's not an excuse.
I'm
It's
I'm
not.
just waiting to. I'm
You can watch
waiting.
it anytime. You have downtime, your own downtime. Watch it. Take a breather from the games.
I don't even game anymore. I'm starting up woodworking again.
Now you're doing that instead. You're playing that toxic Overwatch.
I mean, Overwatch is my boo, dude. I, like I get so pissed off at that game, but I just can't drop it. I just like it a lot.
I have the game and I haven't played it yet.
Yeah, you didn't. That's true.
No, you played it. You played that one time when you came to test out my graphics card. That was like the first time I got on Overwatch on my PC. Now I did play it on the Xbox a little.
Yeah, I need to drop that game because I get so pissed off, dude. I get so fucking pissed off. But I'm
Well,
sure
drop it, watch more anime.
yeah. I mean, I'm sure you're same way with Destiny. Whenever someone's on your team that's being a jackass, you're like, dude,
Yeah, sometimes it just depends. I don't get too much over it. Like if they're doing something openly stupid, then I'll like I'll have like a small little rant.
So what do you do in that case? You can't kick them out, can you?
No,
So
you
you
just
just
stop.
like you can't quit or anything.
I mean, you could just leave.
But you're not a leaver, are you?
I ain't a quitter.
I ain't no quitter.
Quitters for AA.
Yeah, it is. But anyways, Matt, like that's it for the hour. My name is George. You can follow
Sad
me.
now.
What's up?
Said I'm sad now. I don't get
I
to talk
know.
about any more anime.
Next week, Matt. Next week we'll talk about a lot more anime because, dude, you have a lot to talk about.
Oh man, I have so much anime. You need to watch more anime so I can talk to you about anime.
I do. You know what? I'll just catch up on Jobless Reincarnation, and yeah, we should talk about that.
Indeed, I'll watch it again in English. I mean, I'll watch it again in English because I watched the first season again in English. I haven't watched this new season in English.
Yeah. So I guess let me catch up with that, and I should have plenty of time, and we could talk about that next week, definitely.
All right, that'll be our primary discussion. So I'll rewatch it again.
Jobless Reincarnation,
Mm-hmm.
and we
I'll
didn't
watch
get
it
the
away from the beginning and still get done before you.
yeah probably. You'll probably be done before the end of the night.
Probably, possibly.
But yeah, like I was saying, I'm George. You can follow me on Twitch, DolphinPond, and you can catch this podcast on YouTube at Typical Nerd Stuff Podcast. That's the name of the channel. Matt, tell these people where they can follow you and stalk you.
My name's Fishy Penguin. No one cares that my name is Matt. But you
Sorry.
can follow me. That's fine. You can follow me on just about anything with Fishy Penguin in some way. Twitch is going to be fishiexpenguin. Uh, Instagram is going to be fishy_penguin. Fishy Penguin all over the place. You type in fishy with an FISHIE, you'll pretty much find me.
Yeah, and he's a pretty fishy guy. So we'll see you later.
Bye.
All right. So
Yuck.
yuck.